Ooh! Ooh! Ooh!
WTF! WTF!
Hello, I'm Ross Twiddell from Cultaholic.com. You are a sexual wank pheasant. I am one half of your Cultaholic Heavyweight Champion, and welcome to all the WTF moments from last night's WWE Raw, which has to be the best episode of WWE Raw so far in 2019. Granted, it's the only episode of WWE Raw so far in 2019, but last night I thought the good outweighed the bad, and how often can you say that about WWE Raw? But for this supposedly being the first real, live, new era episode of WWE Raw, not much has changed, has there? But hey, at least there was no long, boring McMahon segment there. At least there was that. It's a start. Let's get cracking with the knackered. And we kick things off with the single most pathetic security guard team I've ever seen in all of my days. Just look at them standing there, looking at Seth Rollins and big old boring Bobby Lashley pummel the bejesus out of one another in full sight of them. What are they doing? Sack them, I say, and send them off to their true calling in life, which has to be either a waxwork or a shop mannequin. But Raw, it started with a brawl and no opening Oh, you tickled our bollocks, didn't you, WWE, you cock-teasing bastards? So close to something truly new, but at the end of the day, you know what's coming. New era, same old And next up we have John Cena saying he'll be damned. I hate it when he does that voice. He'll be damned if he's going to be left off of WrestleMania just like he was last year. I mean, John, you do know we were all watching WrestleMania last year, don't you? Now, I know that you might want to forget last year's WrestleMania, but we all saw you getting pissed as a fart after 2 beers and then losing to a really old Terry Funk inside of 2 minutes and 45 pissing seconds. And what's worse, John, you can't even claim you weren't scheduled to be a part of WrestleMania 34, you wispy looking JBL bastard, because you were in the official program. Just live with it, John. It's happened. Just live with it. And next up, we have a direct quote from John Cena himself, who said, in life, nothing is given away, nothing is handed to you. Easy for you to say, man, who was just handed a spot in the WWE World Cup while the rest of the field, apart from that prick who won it, had to qualify. And I'm sure there's even better and more fitting examples than that when it comes to John Cena in WWE. But that one there at the World Cup, that's the most recent, so that's what I'm going with, because my brain has been ravaged, my soul has been ravaged, my life has been ravaged by watching all of this WWE. The Scottish psychopath is aptly named, apparently, according to Corey Graves. And Corey, aren't you the only one who calls him that? Come back at me, Corey Graves, when you see Drew McIntyre stumbling down a street in Scotland, a bottle of Buckfast in one hand, a squared sausage fry thing in the other, saying just turn the weens against this, man, just turn the weens against this, before punching a shop window and nutting a dog. Then he'll be aptly named Corey, then he'll be aptly named. And sticking with Drew McIntyre, next up we have the moment where he said he single-handedly destroyed the Shield. So Drew McIntyre gave Roman Reigns leukemia and then turned Dean Ambrose into a confused Tory? First of all, how the hell did he do those things? And second of all, bit much in it, Drew. It's just wrestling. Back with Drew once again, and he was going through a list of the greats he has dismantled on WWE Raw in the not too distant past, and then he said Dolph Ziggler, and all of the words that were coming out of his mouth lost all their meaning. As we all know, Dolph Ziggler has been a lost cause in WWE since Survivor Series 2014, Drew. That man at Survivor Series 2014 spunked his load, and his bollocks, they haven't refilled since. Even you couldn't refill his bollocks last year, Drew, you big old fluffer. Hang on a second. I left again so you guys can work on your promo, John Cena said, who, by using the word promo, single-handedly killed the business. It's over. It's time to go home. I'm going to have to get a real job. But John, how the hell can you ever go Drew McIntyre for cutting the same old John Cena bashing promo when once again you've come back to WWE and cut the same old boring John Cena promo? The only difference being you've mentioned the Royal Rumble because it's January. Hypocrite.
What she say? Say, shut up, Renee. What she say? Say, shut up, Renee.
Renee Young claims that a Seth Rollins superkick is like a quiver in his arrow. Because as we all know, we all keep our quivers in our arrows, don't we? Not the other way around. That would be stupid. And as we all know, Renee Young just loves to say these kinds of sayings, doesn't she? Like a box in a fox, like 2 pods in a pea, or a tree up a fish. Poor fish. They came to see the demon on Monday Night Rollins. They came to see the demon, your boy Finn Bálor, on Monday Night Raw. How stupid can you be? This isn't 2016 where every single man, woman, child, fish, dog, everybody was trying to make the Demon King a thing in WWE. No chance in bollocks. We had a sign at last night's WWE Raw, which is always a WTF moment because people put in time and effort to put our logo on a bit of paper. Oh. Thanks goes out to Derek Gilbert and his friend Michaela for spreading the good name of Cultaholic throughout the WWE Universe. But Derek, if you are related to Glenn Gilberti, I'm sorry. We might as well address it. Hulk Hogan was back on Raw and his performance was pissing excellent. Now, when it was announced that Hulk Hogan would be the one to come back and celebrate the life and times of Mean Gene Okerlund, first of all, I nearly vomited. And second of all, I rubbed my hands with glee at the thought of some of the bollocks that old man might say. But no, his speech was off the cuff. It was raw, no pun intended, and it was from the heart. It was from Hulk Hogan. It definitely wasn't from the pencil as some hipster backstage. Now, I've got no time for Hulk Hogan these days. I cannot piss and stand the bloke. But when you look at Mean Gene's career, his mainstream wrestling career, all the way through from about 1984 to the year 2000, Hulk Hogan was by his side. And when you think about it, really, there was nobody more fitting than Hulk Hogan to do that promo. It's just the baggage that comes with Hulk Hogan and the fact that WWE were trying to ship bare Hulk Hogan t-shirts last night that first of all makes you sick to your stomach, and second of all makes you think that WWE are being unethical and exploitative at a time where they shouldn't be doing those things. But as for the promo itself, well done, Hulk. Now piss off again, will you, pal? And now it's time for this.
Wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank. Wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank.
Hello everybody and welcome to Wankety Wank, and once again on Wankety Wank, I've got no idea if this is true or if it's false. Darth Duck 415 claims that the castle you saw on last night's Raw was not the castle it was supposed to be. So there we go. The Revival's arses said hashtag FTR, and because I'm a hack and I've got nothing much else to cling on to in life, I'm very excited. Now some will say, but Ross, that's just the Revival saying forever the Revival, their catchphrase in opposition to F. I can't say the F, the Revival. But no, it's clearly the Revival fluttering their eyelashes, putting their favourite lipstick on and saying, hello, All Elite Wrestling, come and take me, daddy. And you know what? Because of this, I hope they go, because WWE's tag team division, outside the New Day, outside the Bar, outside the Usos, maybe one more, it's an absolute pissing joke. And I'm not reading too much into this whatsoever. No, you shut up. Direct quote from Corey Graves this time, who says, big baldy bastard Baron Corbin will rise from the ashes like a phoenix. What will he do next, Corey Graves? Will he tickle his consensual penis? Not the best thing to say when that troll doll looking prick's about, is it, Corey? Maggle, 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 maggle. So Maggle Cole reckons big baldy bastard Baron Corbin has been in the last 3 Royal Rumble matches, which means 2018, 2017 and 2016. 2018 and 2017, he was there, but 2016, of course, big baldy bastard Baron Corbin made his main roster debut at WrestleMania 32 in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And the last time I checked, Maggle, that's not a Royal Rumble. There's a fella waving a Papa John's pizza box at big baldy bastard Baron Corbin like it's a yellow card or a red card in a football match. And that sight there has led me to the conclusion that some things are just left to be enjoyed and not understood. Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar appear on the Tron. Big Braun Strowman looks down the camera. Look up there, Braun. Now, I don't know about you, but Braun Strowman giving it some serious tongue action has put a completely new light on this main event wrestling feud. Now, I never knew that when Braun Strowman said to one of his opponents, "You're gonna get these hands," he wanted to fist one of his opponents, the dirty bastard. Oh, you get these hands. And you're right, there's no depths I won't dive to. Happy New Year. So next up we have Alexa Bliss saying that Orlando, Florida has now gone for it. And I don't know about you, but every single day I flick on Instagram, I see Alexa Bliss in Disneyland, which is in Orlando. And hey, Alexa, the WWE Performance Center is there as well, and that's a song Belinda Carlisle sings about in Ooh, Heaven is a Place on Earth. Really. And here's a direct quote from Ronda James Cuthbert Rousey, who is the woman who is responsible for me being one half of your Cultaholic Heavyweight Champion. I love you, Ronda. I never doubted you. I want to be a champion you guys can all be proud of, and in order to do that, I need to chase after my limits with a vengeance. Whoever wrote that line needs to get their head out of the block of cheese, which is stuck in the 1980s. Who the piss in hell talks like that? Nia Jax called herself a 300.5 ounce Samoan, and that's just not true, is it? Because as we all know, and I need to look at notes just to make sure I get this right, 300.5 ounces is the same as 18.8 pounds, which is the same sort of weight as 3,023 table tennis balls and 104,657 excited bees. Of course, all Nia did here was miss out one word from her sentence, and that word was pounds. It should have come after the word 300. That's a number. As we all know, missing a word is crucial. It's the difference between I am not a numpty and I am a numpty. So the same referee who missed a blatant foot on the rope from Scott Dawson spotted a less than blatant foot on the rope from Sasha Banks. How? Sexist pig. Now I know, Seth, you're all about impressing Triple H at the moment, but there's no need to infringe on his gimmick. Look at the past bare time in WWE, Sethy Poo. Only Triple H, he can use the shovel, but if you've got your heart set on using some gardening equipment, let me point you in the direction of a Oh! Didn't work that, did it? Seth Rollins can see all the way through whatever that thing is there. That means that surely Seth Rollins saw Dean Ambrose roll out of the way roughly 5 minutes before Seth Rollins started pushing that thing towards where he thought Dean Ambrose actually was. Seth Rollins is blind. Pass it on. No wonder he's an architect with zero track record of building any buildings whatsoever.
What she say? Say, shut up, Renee. What she say? Say, shut up, Renee.
Renee Young reckons that Seth Rollins wants to light it up. Oh no, pal, that was AJ Lee. And Renee, you're never to mention her name anywhere around WWE ever again, despite the fact that she's the reason, the sole reason, behind the Women's Revolution taking off because she did the unthinkable. She castrated Lady Balls. And that's it for all your WTF moments from what has been the single best episode of WWE Raw so far in 2019. I've been Ross Trudell from Cultaholic.com, one half of your Cultaholic Heavyweight Champion. Thanks for being a sexual wank pheasant. I do appreciate you. Follow me on Twitter at Ross on Wrestling. Pledge to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cultaholic. But most importantly of all, subscribe to this channel and then follow us everywhere we have the things.